10 like-minded political parties excluding BJP submit memorandum to Prime Minister Narendra Modi but could not meet him in person. CLP leader Okrami Bobi slams Prime Minister Modi for not sparing even 10 minutes. As many as 29 Maida-PIB members sustained injury in intense scuffle at Lilong following arrest of 4 village volunteers by 33 Assam Rifles personnel. Kaisamthong MLA Nisikant Sapam says not in favor of president's rule as it is anti-democracy and says state government should play proactive role to end prevailing violence. Directorate of Education School, Government of Manipur postpones resumption of normal classes for all schools in Manipur until July 1st or until further order, whichever is earlier. High Court of Manipur directs state authorities to give limited internet access to public in few designated places that fall under state government control. Manipur Home Department Commissioner T. Ranjit Singh issued order extending ban on mobile and internet data services for another 5 days until 20th of July. And Hindu community in Manipur holds Rath Yatra or Kang celebration in subdued manner owing to prevailing unrest. Hello and welcome to Impact News. You're watching Primetime English Bulletin. I'm KANEL SHAMBANDURAM bringing the top stories and latest news at this hour. Now the news in details. 10 like-minded political parties, excluding the BJP, submitted a memorandum to Prime Minister Narendra Modi at the Prime Minister's office today. However, representatives of the political parties could not meet with the Prime Minister, who left India for his 5-day state visit to US and Egypt. Addressing media at AICC headquarters in Delhi after submitting the memorandum, CLP leader Okrami Bobi slammed the Prime Minister for failing to spare even 10 minutes to meet with them. The memorandum highlights the present crisis of continuous ethnic violence and territorial integrity of Manipur, requesting immediate intervention of the Prime Minister to remove the prevailing crisis. The memorandum of the 10 like-minded political parties also says they oppose the demand of separate administration and they stand for Manipur's territorial integrity. They also demand cessation of the firing, adequate security measures and to ensure strict adherence of the ground rules of suspension of operation by Kuki militants and to lift a blockade on National Highway number 2. They also expressed that the relief package of 101 crore 75 lakh rupees announced by Centre is not adequate considering the magnitude of affected people and properties lost in the violence.
Today, we hope that at least 5-10 minutes, Honorable Prime Minister will spare for us. We are not coming here for begging something from the Honorable Prime Minister. What is happening there in Manipur, it should be considered as a national issue. Mr. Biren Singh, Chief Minister of Manipur, he accepts openly in the public this unfortunate incident happened due to lack of information, due to complete failure of law and order. All arms should be disarmed. Government of India can take this action appropriately without any further delay. Once disarmed, then the peace will be followed and dialogue will be followed. So why they are not doing? Is there any agenda, hidden agenda or secret agenda of the both center and state government?
Intense scuffle erupted after Assam Rifles personnel detained 4 village volunteers near Lilong police station in the wee hours today. Upon hearing news about their arrest, irate womenfolk of Taubal who were keeping vigil on roadside stormed the 33 Assam Rifles gate in Lilong. At around 3 a.m., intense scuffles erupted between the women protesters and Assam Rifled personnel, injuring as many as 29 Mairapaibi members. Assam Rifle personnel reportedly hit the women protesters with buttstock of rifled. 43-year-old T.S. Pisak from Thoubal, Miam, sustained critical head injury and was referred to RIMS Hospital. Irate people from Lilong, Rapti and Lilong Chajing also stormed towards Lilong police station. A Mairapaibi member condemned the arrest of the village volunteers and assault on the women folks. Impact News sources said Assam Rifled headed over the 4 arrested persons to Lilong police station. They were produced before duty magistrate Thoubal court and later released.
Lilong police station the thokiba thongduksi angang ahumdu asana phangi makutagi sinaraba matungda akoina akoi praja akogi kutta sinabiu moi kuina pharaga thambigonu nongam debo manungda akoi kutta sinabiu haiba matamsida moina yadabadagi mayanggi irangjina hoga ge thugaraga changuba matamsida moina di police kaina di Manipur police na di akoi da khutharakide samra phangaijina tholaga nupi angangsingda patna suba lisaina kanba akoi hatoge habagi wahaiga thoga araiba level da moina nupi angang loi hatoge habagi photo tobudo akoi tasengna yajarinde sidaida akoi Manipurgi lengak paibiriba minister singjina tumina leithokpaje akoi maitai akoi bu mutnanaba silibra habagi photone akoi mayamda moida akoi na hamjaningije.
Firing broke out between Kuki militants and state force this afternoon at Sekmai in Imphal West District. The incident took place at around 2:30 p.m. There is no report of any casualties. Kuki militants reportedly opened fire on a bunker of state force set up on the bank of Sekmai River, to which state force retaliated with several rounds of fire. Later, Assam Rifle team led by its captain arrived at the site and assisted the situation. Following recent firing and arson incident, a combined team of State Force and Jad Regiment carried out combing operation at place surrounding Kanto Sabald Meitei village in Imphal West today. The search operation started at around 9:30 a.m. and went on till 1 p.m. Women folks in the areas briefly blocked the road in agitation as they received information that state forces were left out by the Jad Regiment during search operation at suspected hideouts of Kuki militants. The Jad Regiment personnel who tried to carry out the operation without the state forces were blocked by the women protesters. Villagers of the Kanto Sabald demand actions against such biased attitude of the central forces.
Any central force I could hazard suklai late aduna wakan munna kanda biraga India gomena yam tubada masigi kanoji kongtang de lokat biu pesan tongan ba pami hari jibu karamba wahan thong no base taseng na haragadi Kuki militants di moi di refugee neba aduga moi Kuki militants sing do puselaga moi na moi gi da magda pambom tingalaga moi na ai koda landarak basi di nongai te heba lamdam ji da khoi bu ing na chingna lahan biu sigi phibam ji da khoi kayam kuina thambi doino ai khoi khang ba da yam ware ai khoi gi support bibi roi da boy targadi India government ekhoji loina hatok piro habisi wafam ji thamjage.
All Manipur Working Journalists Union, AMJU and Editors Guild Manipur EGM today decided to boycott any news regarding civic action programs and achievement of Rapid Action Force RAF, which is a specialized unit under Central Reserved Police Force CRPF. This decision came following the incident of assault of media person by Rapid Action Force personnel near Singjumai Police Station at Imphal West District's Kagwa on the night of June 16th. The press note released by AMJU and EGM maintained that the decisions to boycott was taken after RAF failed to give the reply within 48 hours regarding the unfortunate incident of manhandling 3 journalists, including 2 executive members of AMJU. All the news on the high-handedness, indisciplined action of CRPF and RAF will be published. A public meeting of a high-handedness of Indian Army was convened at Yangon Pokpi today. Army has been accused of conducting search on commuters along the lands and localities of Sejong area and the Yangon Pokpi police station of Imphal East and chasing after those who came to Sejong from nearby village. The public meeting took various resolutions condemning the Indian Army. One BDF Jawan sustained injuries after a suspected bomb exploded in Sugnu, Thongkong area under Sugnu police station last evening. The injured VDF Jawan is identified as 43-year-old Laishram Nando, son of El Yeskul, resident of Pangal Tabi, Mayai Lekai. Nando sustained injuries on his hands, legs, face and other body parts. He is undergoing treatment in Raj Medicity in Imphal. It is learned that the VDF Jawan has been posted at Sugnu police station in view of the prevailing violence in the state. According to Impact News sources, Nando was trying to douse a fire which got ignited from the trash at Sugnu, Hong Kong when the suspected bomb exploded. Kaisantong MLA Nisikant Sapam says he is not in favor of president's rule as it is anti-democracy. Instead of, he favors state governments to play a proactive role in ending the prevailing violence in the state. MLA Nisikant Sapam was presenting his view in a recent TV discussion hosted by India's Today's Rajdeep Sardesai, commenting on the demand for removal of Chief Minister Nongthorn Birend by sections of Kuki community. Nisikant Sapam said he will not support the demand and continue to give his support to the present state government as an independent MLA. He also stressed on the need to improve the law and order situation and to work towards building trust in order to restore peace and normalcy in the state. He added that government needs to take concrete actions in order to overcome the situation of lawlessness in the state. The Directorate of Education School, Government of Manipur, postponed resumption of normal classes for all schools in Manipur until July 1st or until further order, whichever is earlier. Director of Education S.L. Nandakumar issued an order dated June 19th to this effect. The notice directs all Zonal Education Officer under the Department of Education Schools, Manipur, to inform all concerned and take necessary actions accordingly. High Court of Manipur recently directed state authorities to give internet access to public in a few designated places that falls under the state government's control. The order was issued by a bench comprising Justice Ahanthem Bimal Singh and A. Guneshwar Sarma. The bench was hearing a batch of the pleas challenging the internet ban imposed by the Chief Minister Nongthorn Birend-led government in Manipur. The court directed the state authorities to provide limited internet services in designated areas, considering the hardship being faced by the public. The court also instructed various internet service providers to submit an affidavit whether it would be feasible to offer limited internet services to the public after blocking social media access and ensuring that the states concerned regarding law and order are addressed. The court will hear the matter next on June 23. Meanwhile, mobile and internet data services are further banned for another 5 days in Manipur. Home Department's Commissioner T. Ranjit Singh today issued an order to this effect. The ban on internet services is extended till 3 p.m. on June 25. as there are apprehensions that some antisocial elements might use social media for transmission of images, hated speech and hate violence, which could add fuel to the prevailing communal violence and further disrupt law and order in the state. The order is not applicable to those already exempted by the Manipur government. The Joint Tribe Council (JTC), a conglomerate of Zemi Naga Council Manipur, Liangmai Naga Council Manipur, Rongmai Naga Council Manipur, and Inpi Union Manipur, condemned the orchestrated attack perpetrated by the Cookies by burning down the house at Laimakong, which belongs to Liangmai Naga. In the strongest term, press note from JTC says the violence incident on June 18 midnight targeting the Nagas at Laimakong, despite written words Naga house at their respective gate, was a direct threat to our principles of neutrality over the prevailing situation in the state. JTC says it is shocked and dismayed that targeted violence incidents of torching houses occurred in front of the main gate of 57th Mountain Division Army Headquarters, Laimakong, where hundreds of thousands of military and central forces were stationed, but they remained mute spectators. World Meitei Council (WMC) conducted a press conference at the Press Club in India, in Delhi today. WMC Chairman Haigrujam Navashyam, WMC National Spokesperson Nabakishore Yumnam and others attended the press conference. WMC, during the media briefing, reiterated that Meitei cannot be made a scapegoat in Kuki versus government's game plan. The council urges the center to contain, control and disarm Chin Kuki militants in order to bring normalcy in the state and delivery of justice for Meiteis. WMC also reaffirmed its stance that ST status for Meitei is inevitable and the community cannot fall prey in the changing dynamics of geopolitics in the region. Press note from People's Alliance for Peace and Progress Manipur condemns the statement of Kuki Inpi leaders Kaiko Hald Gangte, who allegedly said, Meitei, stay home, stay safe and don't come and die at our village, and also for using inappropriate words against those killed in the violence. Federation of Students Organization Kanglei Park FESOC demanded the governments to remove central forces from government schools so that students can study at ease when schools are reopened. Speaking to media today at FESOC office in Kakwa, Imphal, the organization Education and Library Secretary Fairoijam Lalit said students have been deprived of education since the past more than 1 month due to violence. He highlighted the inconveniences of displaced students and alleged government relevant authorities for not looking into the needs and issues related to lack of books and uniforms. Lalit also poses questions that whether all the displaced students could get enrollment in government and private schools. Mentioning about a report on private schools collecting tuition fees and van fees from students despite that schools have been closed since the past around 2 months, Lalit appealed to all concerned to refrain from doing so.
Hayeng Jungi Tang Kunmathoidagi, Manipur Lengakna, Mahitampham Sangsingda, Amuk Nahonana, Hangdoknava Taurang Tauriba Si, Yamnaba, Paba Kongtang Amani, Adubo Hoziki Oiriba Lamdam Asigi, Tohaningdaba, Todok Asina Maram Oiraga, Mayum Makai Tadoktuna, Lanjenaraktuna, Hozik Relief Camp Singda Ladiba, Mahiroi Singidamakdi, Yamna Laibak Tibani, Nasi Pawa, Lengakna, Lokotpam Tokpa, Mahiroi Singi Iskun Admission Sing, Amata Taudri, Maram Asina Admission, Taudriba, Mahiroi Singna Karamna Iskun Satkani, Amadi Karamba, Iskun Singda Ming Chanbigadoribano. Masiga Iroinana, Hozik Lengaki Mahitam Pamsang Singda, Yarektuna Laishileba, Central Forcing Asi, Laina Karamna, Mahiroi Singbu, Kunkagadoribano. Mahitam Pamsang Sing, Haibasi, Asengba Laishangumbani. Mapam Asida, Wargi Moongda, Central Forcing, Laishinbana, Mahiroi Singna, Iskun Karakbada, Aki, Tuzung Pork Nava Maram Oiragi. Aduna, Central Forcing Asi, Mahitam Pamsang Sing Asidagi, Lautok Winaba, Lengakta, Haizeri.
Kanglei Park Students Association KSA drew the attention of government towards fixing the admission fee of educational institutions and framing a concrete education policy in the state. A press statement from KSA also urged relevant authorities to promptly initiate admission process for displaced students and giving them full cooperation. Displaced people who are taking refuge at Kakching Kunaumaka High School relief camp took out protest today against the state government's order to vacate the school campus as schools in the state are reopening from tomorrow. Violence affected people from Sugnu, Sero, Wapokpi in the Kakching district and Naped and Tangjing in the Vishnupur district are taking shelter at the relief camp. They asked where they would go as the government had not made any arrangement for their resettlement yet. They appealed to the government to make the necessary arrangement, else warrants of staging agitation at the relief camp gate starting tonight.
Tang ahumdagi akhoi ngasi lanjinare ibese ngasi bawbuda akhoi sarkar gi maigai degi akhoi gi leibam sabam khangdana leiriba mayam singji gi leibam sabam jingja ama bau kanam hauna jingjin bide akhoi na leiriba rally camp jisu school tang punga ma thoi jidagi akhoi ju thopiro na haire ado akhoi karai de leidoino akhoi gi curfew ju hangde karmani yum de akhoi yum chu sakraba tu da karmani leirudoino khoi sarkar na yenga ga pen ge dori bra kamai tawdoino simak dang thamjaning.
Thousands of displaced people of Sero, Sugnu, Naped and Tangjing today took out protest rally from the Kairak Sanatombi High Schools to Kakching DC office and from Ilangkang Pokpi to Kakching district headquarters and submitted a memorandum addressed to Governor of the Manipur through Kakching District Deputy Commissioner, demanding to redress their problems, including the demands to facilitate for their safe return to their villages and homes. The protest rally was organized by a committee for displaced victims, Sero Sugnu area, Manipur. Speaking on the sideline, one of the inmates of Kairak Sanatombi High School relief camp, A Bungo, said the memorandum contained demands for prompt resettlement of displaced people by building their houses and disbursal of compensation for their violence-affected people. Other demands includes the permanent deployment of IRB battalion at Sero Lamkai, arrangement for carrying out agricultural activities safely in the area, to constitute a village voluntary force VVF, among others. The protesters held various placards which demands the abrogation of suspension of operation with Kuki militants and compensation for lost properties, as well as the removal of Assam rifle. Now it's time for a small commercial break. After the break, we have various news bringer for you. Until then, keep watching Impact News.
Raskumari Sanatami Devi Vidyalaya is the top CBSE all-girls school in Manipur for both boarding and day scholars. Well-equipped modern labs amasung state-of-the-art facilities mayam amasu Vidyalaya asida piri. Chahi Khudingi School the science exhibition sinduna talents uthok chaba amadi atopa school gi mahiroi singa interact tawba ngamhali. Vidyalaya asigi mahiroi singda curriculum gi ahenbada makoi bu pungning thogat pa oina skill development, individual excellence amasung collaborative learning gi khudong chaba fanghali. RK Sanatami Devi Vidyalaya na matam pumbada mahiroi singi aifanabagi damakta lepli amasung honaduna su laiki gani. Admission open for class 11 Science and Arts. Admission form available at Asazina Complex, Nord AOC and Pangai Campus, Hautal.
Princeton International School, Ketri Awang Lekai, affiliated to BOSEM and COSEM. Admission open for class 11 Science and Arts. Entrance test form dribasu direct admission tawba yabatanatana. Nupa am the nupi gi separate classrooms in laybatanatana. NEET, UG, NDA, CLAT and Kuwait ki akanaba coaching su tawjadi. Admission fee sutnatagi lupa lishing mangani. Machine sunatana akanaba scholarship amadi fee concession kaya su thamjadi. HSLC natraga manava examination the 85% amadi mataga lakpa shingi. Admission admission, tuition, hostel feesing free oibata natana monthly scholarship lupa lishing ani digna lupa lishing mga fo pijagani 80% amadi matka lakpashingi admission amadi tuition fee free oijagani 70% amadi matka lakpashingi admission fee free oijagani nupi mahayroi 60% amadi matka lakpashingi admission fee free oijagani akopa maral gidamak 7005139960 natraga ekoi office cha ayuki pung taradagi nungtilgi pung ahum fawada lengbirakna form lobi bayagani.
Comprehensive Concept School, affiliated to COSM, Konjinglekai Sangai Pro Airport Mamang. Admission open for Class 11 Science 2023-24. Students scoring 90% and above. Free admission fee, tuition fees, textbooks, school uniform and hostel. Students scoring 85% and above. Free admission fees, textbooks and tuition fees. Students scoring 80% and above. Free admission fees and tuition fees. Students scoring 70% and above. Free admission fees. And students scoring 60% and above. Free half admission fees. Admission fee only rupees 5,000 for first 70 students. And direct admission for all categories.
Welcome you all to UNACO School. Admissions open for Class 11 Science to UNACO School, Coleman and Matram, affiliated to CBSE, New Delhi. Admission also open to Class 11 Science and Arts to UNACO School, Chanura, affiliated to KOSM, Manipur. Special coaching classes for hostelers by 4 expert teachers, namely Pedro David Maiden, Dr. Rami Khan, KH Hemant Singh and Dr. Chongkam, Narayot Sriyat respectively, for science subjects. Hurry up for admission to Class 11 Science and Arts to UNACO schools.
Imphal Valley Academy, Ghari Makhalaikai Airport Road. Admission open for Class 11 Science and Arts 2023-24. Special features: spacious campus with conducive academic atmosphere, smart class, psychosocial counseling, NEET NG coaching by quota experts. For more details, contact numbers on the screen.
Every year maximum position holder SSLC amasung ICSC puthokliba Advanced Coaching Institute na linkhatchari ACI School Kwakaithal Akham Laikai 60% dagi hauraga 70%, 80%, 90% and above singi free admission, tuition fee, hostel fee amasung transport fee, scholarship yauna free oijare. First 150 students of science and arts stream animakta admission free oijagani. Ben amasung bus transport facilities yauna boys and girls hostel hangdokchari. Akupa marol gidamak contact number 9862992105.
Welcome you all to UNACO College, Kongman, Imphal East, an exclusive co-educational college offering both BA and BAC courses. UNACO College will be affiliated to Manipur University, Kanchipur. First academic session will begin in July 2023. Hurry up! Registrations and admissions open for 2023-24 academic session.
Admission open Class 11 Science and Arts, Aero Village Institute of Science, Arts and Sports AISAS, Manipur Educational Mission, Ningombam Road, Airport Mamang, Imphal, facilities like never before for CBSE, BOSEM and others. Key facilities, percentage 80% and above, admission fee, tuition fee, free studentship, special facilities, 65% and above, free studentship, scholarship, 1,500 rupees per month, 60% and above, free studentship, scholarship, 1,000 rupees per month, 59% and below, admission fee 6,000 rupees, tuition fee 12,000 rupees, one-time course fee. Conditions may apply. Above facilities are available for first 100 students only.
Millennium Institute of Sciences Kwakathal Mayaikurgi Imphal Class 11 Science 2023-24 ke admission hausari. Direct admission from 55% and above. Ahan balakpa mahairui shinga admission amadi special facility kaya leijari. Tongan ba category gi matung inna khudong chaba kaya leiri. Entrance test June 19 ge ayuk nipan. Ako pamarol gi jamag 9863562803 690929870 60099362447 69092 98071.
Delta Advanced School, Kwakathal Bazaar. Admission open for Class 11 Science and Arts. Ngasi fawa positioned inspired awardee amdi subject topper kaya puthokli ba school asina. Laibak asigi tangdulay taga figum asina yenglaga. BOSEM amdi CBSE da chada khumfu amadi matatalakpa satra singidama sunatagi lupa lishing ama khaktada admission tawud khudong chaba pijiri. Khudong chaba asi ahan balakpa satra jani khaktada pijigani. Maidinu Institute of Aviation and Hospitality, Changangai Airport Road. Admission open for certification course in air hostess training and airport operations, airline management, diploma course in hotel management and BVOC in hotel management training. Masida Sunatana, Manipur the Ihan Hanba Oina, commercial pilot training admission su Hogjere. Akak number Sydney 100% placement assistance Hamliba Institution ni Masida Sunatana airlines kaya da su Ekogi Satra kaya amushu placement Funkabani.
Welcome back after the break. You're watching Prime Time, the English Bulletin. Moving on with our bulletin, the President of Shiv Sena Uddhav Balasaheb Thackeray hit out Prime Minister Narendra Modi for not visiting the strict-toned Manipur. Uddhav Thackeray took jibe on the BJP in his speech during an event to mark the 57th Foundation Day of Shiv Sena yesterday. Thackeray said the double-engine government of BJP has got derailed in Manipur, but the Prime Minister is going to America instead of visiting Manipur.
एवढीच जर तुमची मस्ती दाखवायची असेल तर मणिपूर मध्ये जा आणि दाखवा. जा तिकडे ईडी सीबीआय इन्कम टॅक्स सगळे पाठवा. पहिले ते अधिकारी जातायत का बघा आणि गेले तर परत येतात का बघा. जाळून टाकतील तिकडे लोक त्यांना. पण तिकडे लोक पेटलेली आहेत, पिसाळलेली आहेत. अगदी अमित शहाना सुद्धा कोणी जुमानत आहेत. काय केलं अमित शहानी जाऊन? मणिपूर पेटलेलं आहे. अजूनही मोदी, मला असं कळलं मोदी अमेरिकेत चाललेत आता, पण मणिपूर मध्ये जायला तयार नाहीयेत. विश्वगुरु अमेरिकेत तुम्ही जाऊन तुमचं ज्ञान पाजळणार विकत घेतलेल्या लोकांसमोर. माझ्या देशातला एक भाग पेटलेला आहे. मणिपूर माझ्या देशातलं राज्य आहे.
Irate locals of Chingmairong burned the effigies of Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Union Home Minister Amit Shah, condemning Prime Minister Narendra Modi's silence over Manipur crisis and centre's failure to restore normalcy. They took out the protest along Imphal-Dimapur Road in Chingmairong, Imphal. A volunteer of Chingmairong Apunbamaira Paibi Bhanu decried centre and state government's failure to resolve the prevailing crisis. She said that the laid-back attitude of political leaders is not right when people in the state are enduring extreme hardship. Members of Khonghampat Awanglekai Mairapaibi and club stage sit-in at Khonghampat Awanglekai Community Hall today, demanding to trace Thogdamd Raghu Mani from the Khonghampat Awanglekai, who is missing since he left home on June 14 amidst the prevailing violence. Participants held various placards demanding to restore peace in the state and to stop attack on civilians. Raghu Mani reportedly left home on his red color Honda Diver bike. Identified men wearing masks reportedly threatened the principal of GEM Public School located at Paurabi in Imphal district to bring out gun and also took away a mobile phone without SIM card and DVR machine of CCTV which was installed in school premises last evening. Condemning the incident, Paurabi Development Committee and Paurabi Nupi Lumjing Loop jointly staged a protest meet at the Paurabi today. Speaking to media, Paurabi Nupi Lumjing Loop Secretary Irom Inao said the incident could evoke fear and panic among students who are staying at the school's hostel and demanded clarification from those concerned. Paurabi Development Committee President Konthaujamd Kalachand urged all concerned not to repeat such incidents again.
nongmai puthoga magi sarna pari si manbra yengu haiba pochi hai angang singina akoi sardi paide hairba matung sida makoi ji karigumba langna langjin khulai amata phangdabadagi makoi chakhre sigumba thawong si akoi yajaningde tupi upi marks upsali furit na manaton jobabo loinaba khumjali makoi ji akoi nujaba matamda mi 35 mu neinaraba matungda makoi ji borero amaga gari angauba amaga angangba amaga tonglaga akoi gi songlomda haidokre aduna yaragadi tawbiriba isin naw singduna sini haibadu langna langjin tapiu akoi su thawai khubak ta hapaga leinaba matamnina masi amtang singtokpiu
Principal da tongan masak maming khangdo mioi khar laktuna boarding lariba satra singda yauna thitan tor sing asi lekai ya maikei dagi peda phudukjari karma mioi singno habadu miyam da khamba tawjari.
CC School to Friends Manipur will sponsor free education for students whose parents have been killed in prevailing Manipur violence. Briefing media at Manipur Press Club today, CC School Friends Manipur President Laishram Guna said CC School Alumni Association has decided to carry out 3 programs to ease the plights of people who have been displaced by prevailing violence. He said the association will provide free education up to class 12 to students of CC schools who had lost their parents in prevailing violence. He said the association will also provide psychological support to displaced people taking refuge in relief camps in association with Share and Care, and provide job-oriented skill development training in association with JCRE. He added that the association will also continue holding blood donation camp.
Academic adoption of the children of the displaced family khudong thiba nanglaba family singi angang singbu mahi masing tambada CC School Friends na angamba thaudang yajagani Manipur da lairiba relief camp singda laibiriba inmate pungning wakhangi laita daba nungai taba punama se bhap taminaba gyan taminaba masi expert singa loinana makoi the awareness program asi ai chathajagani displaced family singsigi mana haijarba mahi masingi thak adugo chanaba sinpham haithoi singthoiba skill ase upgrade tawba free of course da aikoina makhoibu training aduga makhoigi senthok lambi mase pinena widamakta aikoi CC School Friends amsung JCRE na aikoi khutsamnaraga aikoi pangthokjagani.
Meitei diasporas who are working at United Arab Emirates UAE extended financial assistance and relief materials to various relief camps in the state. The initiative was taken under the aegis of the Global Manipuri Federation, and for the second phase, relief materials and monetary helps were given to Jenims and relief camps open at the Kumbi, Moirang, Fayeng, Nongshem, Kamenlok, Kangchubt and Uyumpok. The Bangladesh Apunba Manipuri Loop has donated 1,75,000 rupees to Chief Minister's Relief Fund. Chief Minister Nongthwan Biren expressed gratitude for the generous donation. Press note from Chief Minister's Secretariat also informed that any contribution made to the relief fund will enjoy tax exemption under Section 80Z. Retired Chief Engineer of Water Resources G. Rovindro has donated relief materials including milk for children to various relief camps opened in the Moirang constituency. He had handed over the items to Relief and Rehabilitation Camp Coordinating Committee, Moirang, located at Ibudau Thangjing Guest House. Press note from United Clubs Organization Ward Number 9, Kesamthong Assembly Constituency informed that it has provided eatable items to relief camps open at Chirel Makha Laikai Government Junior High School and Sugnu Awang Laikai in Kakching District. People's Protection Committee Konthaujam held a blood donation camp on the theme Katlashi Ireibakidamag at RIMS Department of Transfusion Medicine today. 100 volunteers donated blood at the camp. 20th Foundation Day of the Voluntary Health Unit Committee RIMS observed today. As a part of the observance, floral tributes were offered to departed staff of RIMS. Certificates were also distributed to blood donors on June 18th last. Lai Hui. The Center for Research on Traditional and Indigenous Arts today condoled the sudden demise of renowned Pena artist Sinam Achobu Singh, a recipient of the Manipur State Kala Academy Award 2020. Utilizing the irreplaceable gem of Pena art form, Lai Hui says it is deeply saddened by the demise of Oja Sinam Achobu Singh from the Kakching Kuno Thongam Awang Lekai and shared the grief of his bereaved family. Rath Yatra or Kang, which is one of the biggest festivals of Hindu community in Manipur, celebrated today in a subdued manner owing to prevailing unrest in the state. Unlike other years, Sri Sri Govindaji Temple and ISKCON restricted the Kang celebration to ritual offerings and did not pull any decorated chariots with deities on the street. Since early morning, Hindu devotees from various places visited the two temples to offer prayers, fruits and flowers to Lord Jagannath, Baladeva and Goddess Subhadra. The festival also highlights Sankirtan performances at Sri Sri Govindaji Temple and ISKCON Temple. People also offered seasonal fruits and vegetables and rice to the temple of Lord Jagannath in the Brahmin houses in their respective localities.
Lining Chapa, Maitai Lining Chapagisu, Lai Harau Tori, Lai Harau by Posi, a quick quiet again Nangaba, Yaw the Yadra of Portamani, Adu, Handakila, Nasila, Quadagi, Lai Harau Sumatong Kangandre, Hindu Lining Chachari, Maitai Singi, Jaganaki, Aduna, House of Zumatonganam the Kangandre, Masi Akwe, condemned the way, Madam the Akwegi, Dhanmasibu, Shingnavane Haidana, Amadi Dhanmasibu, Namdan of Honabada, Adumba, Atoba, Kudamane Hibasa, Masi Haman Batu in a Kali, Madam the Hazula Irang, Sigi, when the Queen Kang, Chingubada, Madu, Mimiam Tokopa, the Upon Baler, Masi Irang Sida Amadi Lai Harauwada Jagannath Kang Chingbada Sumba Thong another Tawin Siliba Kangu Mayam say Masi Manunga pre-plan manba Potama Yawbogum Tawi Masi Akwe Vaishnov Champradai Chaliba Hindu lining Chachariba Bhakta Vaishnov Ahalamangi Tamoy the D Kang Ching the Bahibase Mastagain Tamoy the Kai Bahibado Masi Amon Asidagi and Batopa Tamoy the Sokpamba Hoena later.
The Rath Yatra event of ISKCON Manipur concluded with only ceremonial rituals and prayers without grandeur and the public procession in view of the restive crisis in the state. ISKCON Manipur wishes for peace and harmony to return to the state with blessings of Bhagavan Jagannath, his brother Balabhadra and Subhadra Rani. Even though the Rath Yatra festival was celebrated in subdued manner, few devotees offered prayer at ISKCON temple and sought blessing from the deities. Speaking on the sideline, President of ISKCON Manipur, His Grace Sadhubhushan Das expressed sadness over the violent situation which led to loss of many lives and properties, and this year the Rath Yatra is celebrated in subdued manner by performing only the necessary rituals. He also prayed for normalcy and peace to return in the state.
Thoiba Irangsna Maram Oiraga, Handak Chahigidi, Kang, Rath Yatra gi festival si, Onalagi, Thorom Kaktang, Kaidanaba, Oina Taujaraga, Yana Pikna Lushinjare, Adu Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Maharanigi, Chahigi Lakpa, Rath Yatra gi, Ushop Sina, Maram Oiraga, Manipur Guzik Lady Batangu Laita Driba Film Masi, Yamna Tuna Tangu Laita Film Moirapo Oira Sanu, Aina Mayam Dana Paujil Pijari.
Kundrakpamd Nganba Maite of the Welfare of the Youths and the Conduct Organization WYLCO Kongba Bazaar is representing India in the upcoming Asian Triathlon Junior and U23 Championship. The championship will be held from June 22nd to June 26th at Gamagori, Japan. Nganba is the son of late KH Tomba Maite and KH Surbala Leima of Kongba Bazaar, Laikramd Laikai in Imphal East District. Well, that's all we have in this bulletin, but before we wind up, let's take a glimpse at the headlines once again. 10 like-minded political parties, excluding BJP, submit memorandum to Prime Minister Narendra Modi but could not meet him in person. The CLP leader Okrami Bobby slams Prime Minister Narendra Modi for not sparing even 10 minutes. As many as 29 Maira PIB members sustained injuries in intense scuffle at Lilong following arrest of 4 village volunteers by 33 Assam Rifle personnel. Kaisham Thong MLA Nisikan Sapam says not in favor of president's rule as it is anti-democracy. Also says state government should play proactive role to end prevailing violence. Directorate of Education School Government of Manipur postponed resumption of normal classes for all schools in Manipur until July 1st or until the further order, whichever is earlier. High Court of Manipur directs state authorities to give limited internet access to public in few designated places that falls under state government's control. Manipur Home Department's Commissioner T. Ranjit Singh issued order extending ban on mobile and internet data services for another 5 days until June 20. And Hindu community in Manipur holds Rath Yatra or Kang celebration in subdued manner owing to prevailing unrest. Well, thank you so much for being with us. Coming up next is Primetime Manipur Bulletin. In the meantime, for more news and information, please do not hesitate to follow Impact TV on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and YouTube. Until then, have a great evening. Always stay safe and good night.
Photon School Kwakatel ki Anoba Session 2023-24 ki Class 11 Science ke admission ki form thaba hauzare. Handa ki amadi mamang ki higher